No. Yes, the nail is thin enough to press down the bolt, and I can strike it with the letter opener like a mallet. Let's hope the pirate at the door doesn't hear.
Sharp blow means yes. Chain noise means of course. And ow means with great pleasure, okay? Okay, that means yes. Is there any way you can let me in there?
We'll be yard.
Well said. Perhaps you would like some sort of bribe. Aha! It's nice to know we can do some trading together.
Ow!
With great pleasure, eh?
By Jove, I've smashed my ankle.
I'm really quite pleased about your change in attitude. You wouldn't be lying to me now, would ya?
Free at last.
The chains were... Huh? What do you mean, of course?
Make haste then, and set me free as well.
You think you can mock me and get away scot-free? You bloody son of a she-dog! I'm gonna stand by your door and rip your heart out when you exit. You hear me?
As I told you, my duty is to find the beacon of Avernus, return to the Interfecta, and sink the Orion.
I am indebted to thee, so I shall help thee. I know that in the diaries which Melantunez has dictated to me, I shall find a clue leading us to the beacon. But we must get ready to flee in case we are found before we take its possession. A dinghy, perhaps?
Dinghy? Wait here. I knew it. Malantunez is your typical cowardly captain, with a dinghy tied up right below his cabin for a quick getaway in case things turn ugly. How different he is from me. I'd never keep one of those. Mark my words. Honest, I swear, on me paltry honor. Well, let's just go inside. Problem solved, milady. Now we need only worry about the hidden beacon of Avernus.
It will be a pleasure, monsieur. I shall immediately begin my reading of Melantunez's diary. In the meantime, thou must search hither and thither to see what can be found.
It is surely the captain's beloved pet. Hello, parrot.
Feathered fleabag?
Hello, feathered flea bag. Where does Malantunez hide the hidden beacon of Avernus? Haven't we met before?
By the devil's horns!
Want something to eat, nice birdie?
Feathered fleabag?
I am really getting a craving for a dish of Peking parrot.
Chicken salad!
Take a hike, Flatbeak.
Fill me drunk, wench.
Darn. Either this parrot's a moron, or he's pretending to be one.
Brian, idiot.
He's pretending.
Be off with you,
It looks like
filthy mutt.
Malantunez's. The man is so sure he's invincible, he's left it in the sheath. Technically, it's called a buckler.
Brian, idiot. Be
They're a
off
bit
with you,
crude,
filthy mutt.
but I'd wager they'd slice through a foe quite effectively. Avast. Never, ever would I do such a thing.
Make fast the butt gasket round the mast, buccaneer.
Be off with you, filthy mutt.
With pleasure. Blustering barnacles. It could have at least been full. That looks like an actual Spanish wardrobe, with the authentic trademark of Vargas de Toledo. Aye. Let's see what's inside. Not a thing. All those finely labeled drawers and slots, and there's nothing but certificates, deeds, and parchments of miscellaneous utility. Poor man, so well kempt, and with a set of horns to rival the Cretan bull. Their technical name is katanas, if I remember right. Methinks there be a seven-tailed dragon tongue therein, the likes of which you see at exotic shops. I always got the willies from these rubbery appendages, but if I must, I could always use it to barter during my voyages. That isn't any old jug. It's a genuine Ming spittoon. The blonde pirate is guarding me, but luckily he's looked the other way for a while. Why, they're the cartographical wonderworks of Pyrrhus Ray and Juan de la Cosa. May I interrupt you, Lady Camille?
About with it, Monsieur Bruchien.
So, you are a scribe taking down Malentunius's memoirs?
Indeed, monsieur. Does thou wish to know something of his dark past?
Not really, but since we're stuck here. They say he lost the use of one eye over a womanly affair.
I too believe this, though it is a wanton affair upon which Malentunius never expounds. They say he gained carnal knowledge of Malinche, the concubine of Hernan Cortez, the conquistador himself, whose fury caused him to thrust a spear through the eyeball of our captain in recompense.
I dare say I have seen portraits of the Indian woman Malinche on licentious parchments, and she was quite the beauty. Milady, please pardon my lack of decorum. I heard tell that King Charles of Spain held him in great esteem.
So it was. In fact, the Orion was a gift from the king to Malentunius for services rendered, as he has captured thousands of Caribbean slaves, sunk dozens of English ships, and filled the crown's coffers. But this was not the end to Malentunius's ambition, and soon his love for the court turned towards more profitable undertakings, such as betrayal and felony.
Has his ancient lineage been proven to contain blue blood?
The only thing ancient and blue the captain possesses is his codpiece. According to him, the Malentunius lineage is of old age ancestry. But after hearing him bear false witness so often, I have learned to sift out the meager truth. His name upon christening was Ignacio Antuñez, son of a wretched cast sheepherder from the Spanish plains. He set off to the Indies to find his fortune, or perhaps to flee from the Spanish garrote after committing some lawless villainy.
How did Malentunius avail himself of his vast fortune?
After serving in Mexico, under the boot of Hernan Cortez, he took up a promising career in business in Veracruz, which led him from smuggling whatever he could lay his hand on to a lucrative trade with the largest merchant fleet on the Spanish main, by sinking any foreign vessel to cross his path.
What truly wonders me is a woman who can write at this time of the century.
It so happens that my father, Marquis de Lebevier, perished without male progeny. So my mother feigned that I was a boy, so as not to lose lands and bequeathers, and as such she brought me up. I learned to reckon, read, write, fight, drink, and spit, until our house matron bore witness to the authorities, at which time I had to flee France to avoid imprisonment. Since that day, I've roamed aimlessly from ship to ship, disguised as a lad, being conscripted for any adventure at my whimsy.
Malentunius's wicked past doesn't merit a second more of our time. We'll carry on later, Lady Camille.
As thou wishest, Monsieur Breton.
Who'd have said 4 days back that the Earth wasn't flat like a lamb chop, but round like a meatball instead? Every seafarer knows the Earth doesn't really spin. It's the sun that goes flying round it. I can play with this one as I please, though.
position for the cannons.
Yes, after being in the dungeon, I could do with some fresh air.
Ahoy, mangy pooch! Why is it we can't choose our own canine sobriquets?
The captain allowed it once, and he ended up with 20 pirates mired in a fight to be named Sea Dog. By the Queen of Spades, I'd be burning up. Pass me the grog.
So what if I go by Seawolf and it's Lou? I fancy Seawolf.
You had the good fortune to be called Lapdog, I'd say. By the Queen of Spades, there's no grog left.
The swindling shopkeeper who sold me it, he said the bottle was magic and the grog automatically refills. But it's empty, I say.
Your shopkeeper's not worth a shilling. There's no grog in here.
Maybe the spell takes a while to grab hold and fill the bottle. You got any more sunflower seeds, mate?
No, they'll make you thirsty. No grog, no sunflower seeds. Smartly, mate. Drop the bottle. Someone's coming.
Good morning to ye, Rabbit Runt.
Arr, I hate mornings.
Good old lapdog thinks it's magic, and that it'll end up filling with grog on its own.
Magic bottles. Do me a
It's
good
quite
deed
a
with your
fine
wizardry.
pile of husks marinated in saliva. Yes, a thing like this wouldn't disgust a hardy pirate like me. Shiver me timbers, 3 whole sunflower seeds.
Me soul for a sip of the grog.
Someone should clean that glass. The windowsill is on the verge of falling off. It's held up by nothing but a nail. With my bare hands, I doubt I could.
What's inside them sunflower seeds that drives me so
If it worked with the
mad?
nail in the cabin, it'll work here too.
Me soul for the sip of the grog.
I'm not surprised the nail came out so easily. The wood's been eaten up by termites.
By the devil's horn.
Yes, let's grab the bull by the horns and see what happens.
Avast! How to get free?
Me? Get free? What do you mean?
Weren't you shackled up, Swabby?
As far as I remember, no. And why would they post as despicable a pirate as you to watch me if they had shackles on me to do the job?
Aye, that makes sense indeed, but it don't matter. Been too long since I killed someone.
Malentunas said he wanted to kill me himself. So if you do it, he'll be mighty upset.
Darn me bad luck, you win. Get back in the cabin, or I'll turn you into a circus attraction.
Aye, aye, if that's what you wish.
Not another word, you sea dog.
Roll overboard.
Get down from there, you hornswoggle. You, where you think you're going?
Could you show me the place to piss, please?
Back, or I'll polish me sword on your family's jewels.
What a violent fellow.
Shut your trap, mutt. You, where you think you're going?
You wouldn't happen to have a weak spot, would you? Something to knock you out of combat, perhaps?
Into the cabin, or I'll nail your face to the wall.
What a violent fellow.
Not another word, you sea dog.
Yes, my pretty. Eat them up like a dodo. Here, parrot, a sunflower seed. Now, reveal to me where your master Malentunas is hiding the beacon.
A great Malentunas. Down to hell. Give me seeds. Left from Spain to the east set sail. Give me seeds.
Because I am your captain. And I
Empire of the rising sun. Give me seeds.
Lord Almighty, I don't have one left.
Brian, idiot.
I don't know if the parrot's intentions were to reveal the location of the Beacon of Avernus, but if I don't give him any more seeds, he won't cough up the information. No, I already took all the meaty ones. By Jove, it's about time I found some use for that slimy appendage. I can't get out of here until I rid myself of the pirate on guard. Certainly, but what shall I load it with? Will it help me in any way? Let us proceed with the experiment. Oh! Ouch! That must have hurt. I shall recover the dragon's tongue, so nobody is alerted as to the origin of Russian mongrel's misfortune. It's as still as a convent after sundown in there. You know, I'm glad to have that back. It hurts more than it weighs. I bet Malentunas bought it on sale. Looks like they used a monkey as their model. How vile! There's water inside. And what's worse is that it's clean. The truth is, he doesn't have an ounce of fat on his lean body. What are those odd marks around the doorknob? All right, what are those odd marks around the doorknob? What in the seven seas is this deadly device? Holy Toledo! It was only inches from slicing me belly open. That's it. As our elders used to say, brains are better than brawn. I hope to have done away with that little sword problem. I'll close the door behind me so nobody comes in. So this was the feared demon dog. His size adapts better to me pocket than Russian mongrels, so I think I'll take him captive. I'd love to take possession of his sword, but lumbago is a serious malady. I hereby bestow upon you the right to remain silent as long as I wish, at risk of receiving another blow to the noggin should you open one eye. Holy treasure trove! There's more gold here than in my Uncle Albert's wisdom teeth. Malentunas may be the worst, but there's no denying he can pillage like the best. My reputation as a pirate isn't grand enough to rob another pirate's treasure, but... I can't squander the opportunity to grab that nice little antique over there and run. It's the Great Dosiqua, ranked number 1 in the last issue of World's Top 10 Idols. I'd take it all, but I don't have the self-esteem required to steal so brazenly. Okay, but be very careful.
Whoever you are, I'm telling you to wait your turn behind the white line for devil's sake. Wait! You're the prisoner!
Congratulate me then, matey.
Ah, you've escaped?
You're the one who shackled me up. Did you think an Englishman like me wouldn't be able to break free?
You're right, by devil. What happened then?
The captain released me and made me a crew member.
Me most swashbuckling congratulations, mate. So what sort of dog are you now?
What?
You know, matey, what canine nickname has our captain decided to christen you with?
Shaggy sheepdog?
Nice choice, by devil. By the way, mine is Husky Hound. What can I help you with, Shaggy Sheepdog?
Why are you standing there?
I'm doing me regular duty on the Orion, spitting out certificates to whoever needs one, guarding the dungeon entrance, and giving out the daily ration of grog to all the half-breed dogs on this crew.
What types of certificates do you issue?
No, I don't issue anything, thank me lucky stars. What I do is fill 'em out, spit 'em, and seal 'em. There's all kinds. The minimal hygiene certificate, the one for swine-like traders, the frustrated house husband's merit badge, official certification for eye patches, hooks and peg legs, but most importantly of all, the certificate for pirates of low moral standing.
Is the grog rationed?
Of course, by devil. Didn't they teach you don't drink and navigate at pirate school? Therefore, every member of the crew is entitled to 1 bottle and just 1 bottle per day of fine grog.
Serve me up a frosty mug of grog.
By devil, bring me a bottle and I'll fill her up for you. But first, would you be so kind as to display your certificate for pirates of low moral standing?
You'll simply have to trust me word, because I appear to have left it at home.
Matey, you know we pirates don't trust anyone's word.
I would like 1 certificate for pirates of low moral standing, if that isn't a problem.
Then bring me a form, and it'll be a pleasure for me to fill it out for you, spit it, and seal it. First, you have to pass 3 tests. But that should cause no problem to your despicable excellency. First of all, a pirate worthy of his name must never show any sign of compassion. So you must commit 1 act of extreme cruelty. Secondly, a pirate respects no private property other than his own, for which purpose you must bring me certifiable proof of plundering and pillaging. Thirdly, any pirate with self-respect has to know about the great masters of piracy. So I'll be giving you a little quiz on the history of classical ruffianism.
What sort of acts do you consider to be of extreme cruelty?
Well, most involve causing violent damage to someone, dicing them and then pounding their skull. The usual. But in your case, since we can't be losing any members of the crew right now, or our prisoner, Fifi Foxhound, you'll have to come up with something else.
Just what does the plundering and pillaging test consist of?
Oh, you need only bring me a booty. Nothing big. A small nugget of gold would suffice. However, be advised not to take it from the treasure hold in our ship, or Demon Dog will tear out your vital organs with his fangs. Haven't you seen the skinny guy swinging around outside the captain's cabin? Guess where he tried to enter?
That demon dog is more frightening than a visit by the Grim Reaper.
We can change the topic if you wish.
Chatting with ye has been a smashin' pleasure, Husky Hound.
Likewise, Shaggy Sheepdog.
Go figure. Lady Camille is teaching the crew how to write. Let's see what this one says. Would you like to improve your reading skills? Lies. Deposit useless junk here. I don't know why, but I don't think there's anything useful in here. Napkins, silverware, clean clothes, a stuffed dodo, a pirate's brain, a travel sewing kit. Look, a rubber chicken on a pole. But darn, it's missing the batteries. 24.5 gigahertz Pentorium 7 processor. Cotton swabs to clean the ears. A Trentorian spaceship. By Jove, it's a wedge of cheese. A pine-scented nautical air freshener. A watch fork. Nothing interesting here. 1 man per bottle per day. If 2 pirates pass under it, tradition requires them to. Forget it. I wouldn't be surprised to find a 2-euro-cent coin under all this junk. Well, I'll peruse a bit just in case. Napkins, silverware, clean clothes, stuffed dodo, a pirate's brain, a travel sewing kit. Look, a rubber chicken on a pole. But darn, it's missing the batteries. Nothing interesting here. He's a bit short for a pirate, isn't he? Say, husky hound.
What can I help you with, Shaggy Sheepdog?
What did you say you're doing here?
I'm doing me spitting out certificates to and giving out the date.
Your work. Tell me.
Like I said, first of all, so you. Secondly, for wit third, so I.
Just what?
Nothing. However, having guessed. Who? He's the most heinous member of our.
Dangerous in what sense?
More dangerous than the stammering poet of Hispaniola. More than the hiccuping barber of Veracruz. And even more than the anti-grog league of Gringa Santa Island.
That demon dog is more frightening than a visit by the Grim Reaper.
We can change the topic if you wish.
Chatting with...
Like...
Stick a cork in it, will ya? Nothing here interests me. It appears to be locked shut. No, nothing interesting in there. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I'll peruse. Nap, silver, clean stuff, pipe, a travel. Look, a rubber dog. Nothing interesting. How vile. And what's... I'd better not. The water might wake him. Though, I have heard rumors about strange reactions when you mix water with certain products. That might come in handy. If my memory... Here it is! Maybe the time has come... I've heard odd tales about what transpires when adding this malignant substance known as soap to common everyday water. Let us now authenticate its verisimilitude. Oh, wonder of wonders! Yuck! Some bubbly pox reminiscent of baby drool has appeared in the water, as if it were rabid. I must christen me creation with a name. Soapified water. Soapy water? Something like that. Yes. Could everything I've heard about soapy water and its effects on filth be true? I'm not a man of science and philosophy, but I do enjoy experiments. Let's try. Keep quiet, you whippersnapper, or I'll swab the deck with you. Unbelievable! The filth simply melted from his shaggy coat like witchcraft. Even though he's awake, he's no threat to me anymore. Everyone knows a pirate loses strength if he loses his filth. It's like scalping the dreadlocks off a Barbary pirate.
The British?
Certificates of... Aye, I'll take one of these. A certificate for pirates of low moral standing. Look here, Husky Hound.
Sink me! What have you done to him? His coat is practically shining. The poor devil, demon dog, he'll never lift his head from the shame. How could you commit such an evil deed? Are you that ruthless? That cruel? I thought you were more honorable. Congratulations, you've committed an act of extreme cruelty with cum laude honors. Hats off to you, matey.
Take a look at this, Husky Hound.
Sink me! If that isn't certifiable proof of level 3 plundering and pillaging, then I miss Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations, you passed the test.
Say, Husky Hound.
Hoist the mizzen mast! What can I help you with, Shaggy Sheepdog?
I'd like to take the test in History of Classical Ruffianism.
Let us begin then. Question 1. Who was the ship's cook in the famous crew of the ill-fated Captain Flint?
Long John Silver.
I knew you'd get that right. Let's continue. Question 2. What was the original trade of Captain Blood, which was most convenient for someone wanting to become a bloodthirsty pirate?
Doctor.
Well done, boy. Let's move on to the next. Question 3. How did Captain Swallow escape from the island where Captain Barbossa abandoned him for the first time?
By inventing turtle surfing, as everyone knows.
Quite inventive indeed. And to think, some people dare say he was rescued by a boat of rum traffickers completely by chance. Anyway, you must answer one final query. By means of what ingenious combination of trips did the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove reach the Caribbean Express port of call on Chickpea Island?
What?
I know it's a silly question, so I'll give you some background information. At the beginning of their careers, peg-legged pirates Henry Wobblins, Diego El Cojuelo, Jean-David Leclope, and João de Pasoromo did not possess their own ships. So they set sail on the Caribbean Express, headed for Chickpea Island, where they found treasure map H94856 in Lentil Cove. Like good pirates, they were mischievous rogues who fought over the map for days, until exhaustion led them to tear the map in 4 and cooperate with each other. The last Caribbean Express was to pass through Chickpea Island 8 days later. Because it was early in the morning, they had 8.5 days to get back to the port. The problem was that during the ruffianesque brawl, they'd lost 3 of their 4 wooden legs. They decided they'd return to the port in pairs, with one pirate wearing the sole remaining peg leg and the other leaning upon him. Afterward, one of the 2 would return to Lentil Cove using the wooden leg, then forming a new pair to return to the port, and so on until all 4 could reach the boat's point of arrival. The order they chose was to be of the utmost importance, because some were faster than others. Henry Wobblin stuck a pebble into his boot, because the pain in his soul would increase his speed. And therefore, though he weighed more than a sperm whale, he was able to reach the port in just 1/2 of a day. Diego El Cojuelo was used to running, and even though this time he was wearing garments and there was no cuckold in hot pursuit of him, he could still reach the port in 1 day. Jean-David Leclope bragged he was the lightest of the lot, but he'd ingested some stomach-wrenching berries that forced him to lower his breeches every 15 steps. Wherefore, he would take 2½ days to make the same journey. João de Passaromo was the world record holder in poultry chasing, but it took him no less than 5 days to walk the distance to the port, because after a violent bout of hunger, he'd snacked on 5 of the 5 toes on his remaining foot. I'll sum up the situation for you. Henry Wobblins took half a day to reach the port. Diego El Cojuelo took 1 day. Jean-David Leclope 2½, and João de Passaromo 5. They only had 1 wooden leg, and the Caribbean Express was going to call it port 8½ days later. And every pair would take at least the time needed by the slower of the two to get to the port. In that case, which 2 pirates were the first to go to the port of call?
Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo.
And therefore it took them 1 day. Now tell me, which of them returned to Lentil Cove with the wooden leg?
Henry Wobblins.
All told, that makes a total of a day and a half. Don't get your waistcoat in a wad. You're not doing bad. Which was the second pair to walk to the port?
Captain, Quincrack bit me arm off.
João de Passaromo and Jean-David Leclope.
All told, that makes a total of 6½ days. Now, tell me, which of the 3 pirates at the port returned to Lentil Cove with a wooden leg?
Diego El Cojuelo.
All told, that makes a total of 7½ days. Since at that time, the ones left at Lentil Cove were Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo, who only needed 1 day to reach the Caribbean Express port. They managed to get there in time, save their lives, put the map back together, find the treasure, and go down in ruffian history as the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove. Congratulations to you, mate. You've passed the test on history of classical ruffianism.
Presto! Now I've passed all 3 tests required to become a pirate of low moral standing.
And by me faith, ye passed with flying colors. As soon as you bring me the certificate, we'll make this official.
There you have it, Husky Hound.
Let's see. You've passed all 3 challenges. The form looks official. Aye, aye. What's your real name?
Brushian Boskov, captain of the just Brushian Boskov, that's all.
The last name starts with B-H.
Oh man, this might take a while. How may I ask have you been, Husky Hound?
O-U-G-H.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Where have I heard that little ditty?
Well, here you go.
Care of the Lilaf Mihates.
Your certificate properly filled in, spitted and sealed. Good day, sir.
That's quite a work of art indeed. Now you'll fill it for me, right?
Of course I remember spitting the certificate for you. But don't be asking for more till tomorrow.
I'll get by with this, thanks. Besides, me doctor's forbidden me from drinking alcohol.
Shut your mouth, or you'll make this pirate cry.
I can't reach from here. But there's one other problem. The hanging bottle's neck is so narrow that hardly a drop will pour in.
What's inside them sunflower seeds that drives me so mad?
Wonderful.
Aye aye! Now that I possess me swashbuckler new certificate for pirates of low moral standing, I have the guts to do that and more. Let's see what to take. This thing here. Ooh, this too? Not that. Well, okay. This? That over there. Well, I would have felt just terrible if I'd left anything behind. Now you may inquire, how did I fit everything into me pocket? It's simple. The 3D object modeling department found it appropriate to issue me a voucher, so as to walk with less weight in me trousers. I can't figure out what it is. I guess I skipped over it when I took the rest of the treasure. By Jove, it's a funnel. Not very worthy as a piece of treasure, but I could use it as a megaphone for speaking to the crew of the Interfector.
Because I am your captain, and I owe you an explanation. And that explanation
Okay.
I shall give ye because you're captain I am. Yes, indeed.
I hope it holds. I don't want to give me grog to a foe, but it may get me a couple of sunflower seeds. Yes, I'll scamper up the windowsill, place the funnel into the bottle, and fill it with grog in a snap.
Listen, Mangy Pooch, ye be right. That magic bottle was a hoax.
Only now ye be realizing it?
Mark my words, if it isn't full
By
now...
Jove, I have to do something or they'll never pull that bottle up.
Hey, hoodwink, you'll learn someday, lapdog.
Hey! Abracadabra!
I'm faked by the ace of clubs. That sounded like magic.
You'll never learn.
Look!
By the deuce of spades.
What did I say? Start serving the sunflower seeds.
Seeing is believing.
Live and learn, Mangy Pooch.
I believe you, lapdog. I believe you.
No, nothing but moist seed husks left. Let's see if there's any luck this time. Good fishing. 5 sunflower seeds. Let's hope he loosens his tongue as required. Here, parrot, a sunflower seed. Now, reveal to me where your master Malantunius is hiding the beacon.
A great multitude. Down the hill. Give me seeds. Left from Spain to the East Central. Give me seeds. of the rising sun. Give me seeds! Then travel west to Newfoundland. Give me seeds!
And I owe you an explanation. And an explanation I shall give ye because you're Captain I have.
Then veered east to entry of hell in Weak Isle. And after getting hidden beacon of Avernus, emerged in hindquarters of the world. Here, give me seeds!
Done? Well, there's no more seeds.
Explanation I shall give
I don't know what to make of his muttering, but I'd wager it's a riddle or some sort of cipher. May I interrupt you, Lady Camille?
Out with it, Monsieur Bruchien.
in a ship's law.
We'll carry on later, Lady Camille.
As thou wishest, Monsieur Bruchien.
Holy hempen halter! The orbs are spinning.
The Intervector is attacking.
Man your post, dog.
At last,
fire. Everyone in position.
I, the great Brushian Barskov, captain of the Interfector, have achieved... Holy Toledo! It's ablaze!
Give me your sword, you filthy dog.
Uh-oh.
What in the world? Stop, you traitor! What have you done with the beacon, you English cur?
Tossed it into the tempestuous waters I have.
Tossed into the sea. You'll pay for this.
And you can consider yourself dead, because I, the great Brushian Barskov, captain of the Interfector, have managed to put a stop to your unstoppably
Bruchien!
By Satan's horns, get away from me.
Was it me you wanted?
Are you okay, Monsieur?
Milady, never in my life have I felt so pleasantly unburdened, as though a huge weight were taken off my shoulders.
Oh, mon Dieu! Bruchien! Bruchien! Brian! Brian!
Wake up, Brian.
Good day, milady.
You're alive!
Is that not normal?
Considering you fainted inside the galleon and Camille had to pull you up to the surface, it's almost a miracle.
Camille?
Aha! When you went into the stateroom, some furniture fell on you and blocked the entrance. Luckily, I made it in through a side window and got you out.
Gee, thanks a lot, Camille. I owe you one. What about the Trantonite?
I couldn't look for it while you were drowning. I hardly had enough time to push a huge vase off you and rush out.
A vase?
Yes, it looked Chinese or something.
Wait a minute. The Trantonite! Sushi, I'm going down to the galleon.
But
Attention, everyone!
What is that?
I said shut up! Thanks to my 4-digit IQ and this amazing contraption which I myself have invented, I can accurately pinpoint the Trantonite's coordinates out of everywhere in the whole universe. You never guess in a trillion years, but it's...
Right underneath us?
No fair mind reading. Anyway, it's hidden in an unimaginable spot that only a genius like myself could...
In a Ming spittoon?
Boy, has this kid learned some major telepathy thanks to me. Boggles the mind, huh?
So now what, Brian?
Hey, we can finish up this business in 2 seconds. We hand the Trantonite over to Alpha, the Trantorians vaporize the bad guys, and we're out of here. I don't know if I have time to prepare the materials.
What materials?
The party materials. Because we have to celebrate, no?
Of course. I'll build a self-slicing 7.5-story cake so we can try out the watch fork.
Hey, those Trantorians have some finger-licking good crackers. You'll see.
Crackers! I love dunking those in orange juice.
Brian, are you okay?
No,
Well, cheer up for the party, cause...
there isn't gonna be any party yet. This is just the beginning. Everything we've been through on Mala Island, in the Tiki Temple, and Alaska. It's all just a tiny appetizer compared to the main dish we have coming. To begin with, does anyone know how to get to the lake? Those soldiers are guarding it on every front, and they've even installed security cameras inside and out. We can't get near the Trantorian ship without being caught. And if they see us, a whole regiment armed to the teeth will be there for the welcoming ceremony. If Kordsmar wants to finish us all off, he'll do so without flinching. He'll stop at nothing until he can get Pignon to open the amoeba, and then nothing will get between him and the NG-0. And Kordsmar's not our only problem. No, that colonel may be psycho, but at least he has his ideals. The one I'm really afraid of is Tarantula. She doesn't believe in anything, which makes her totally unpredictable. Coming face to face with her is like a death sentence. Plus, she hangs out with a gang of mercenary thugs who will have no qualms about slicing and dicing us to make spider food.
You have an ace up your sleeve, though. Your friends on the island. Maybe they can help us.
Maybe, but we don't even know if they're still on Mala Island, or if they've escaped, or, well, I'd rather not think about the other possibilities. And speaking of aces up sleeves, what about Kordsmeyer's? He has a Trantorian, a fifth columnist he calls John Doe, who we know nothing about. But because of his position and technological knowledge, he may be the most dangerous person on the face of the earth. It's too much. I can't take it all, but I can't ask you guys to help me either.
You can count on me, Brian.
And on me, man.
All for one and one for all, BB.
Yeah! We'll smash those villains and rescue the girl!
Oh, Gina. Why in the world did we get into that plane? This all seems impossible. Look at me. Look at all of you. Not you, Joshua. Do we have any chance at all of defeating a whole army? None.
You're wrong, my dear friend. There is one.
Professor Simon?
Wait, how did...
You have a new ally on your team now.
Look, everyone, that sounds like an all-new story. A great one indeed. We have to tell it someday. But for now, let the party begin, man.
It'll only be me, no time to cry, no more sad goodbyes. I will turn back the hands of time. I will never give up on my quest. May my soul be strong today. For once in your life, be real. These are the words that it says. I long to be free again. Now I'm waiting for you. When do you stay? One time. I don't know from where this feeling grows. Am I bound to leave? What's between each other? I don't care about what the world may say. That's the way it goes, and I want to run away. Here comes the breakdown. I will do what pleases me. 'Cause this is a brand new life. This is a brand new life. Waiting for you, what do you say? Have to follow what your heart says. Lost and frustrated, divided and hated. This sadness squeezes my soul. I'll never be that lazy. You may not understand. I may be dumb and crazy. I won't be normal again. Better believe we're gonna shine. Better believe we're gonna smash these people. I'ma say I will never run away. I will go just when I wanna go, just when I wanna stay. Did you get it right? One time, 'cause this will never die. For real, baby. Nevertheless, we be masters at work. I don't know from where this feeling grows. Am I bound to leave? What's between each other? I don't care about what the world may say. That's the way it goes, and I want to run away. I don't know from where this feeling grows. Am I bound to leave? What's between each other? I don't care about what the world may say. That's the way it goes, and I want to run away. If I wanna go, I will go. No way. I'll have to run away. 2005, right? See? Yo, that was it. Take me out for the ride. Can you realize that I love the way you drive? Won't you take me downtown? Take me out for the ride. Baby crazy, can you realize that I love the way you drive? And it's true, babe, I got less plans. My body's heavy, but my mind flies from within. It's true, babe, I got less plans. So this thing west to live the way I live.
My last test to make it into intelligence. Getting the cigar box back from Colonel Cordsmire. It's an unusual mission that only a soldier with my valor and loyalty could accomplish. Nobody knows what dastardly dangers I might come up against, or how I'll escape from them. But I accept my mission with honor and courage.
Banzai! Jushi! Onegai itashimasu!
What the devil?
Well. We have a visitor. This is starting to get fun.
Kaeru no uta ga kikoete kuru yo. Wa, 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 wa. Gero, 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 wa.